Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning, guys. I want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as seasoned. I got a word for you. So guys, I want to share with you some downloads that I've received, and I hope one of you can tap in. So, the reason why things are taking so long, the reason why these storms are more fierce and more powerful and they're lingering even longer is because what you're waiting on is bigger than you think. And if you think about it, you've been through waiting periods before. You've been through attacks and storms before. If you reflect back over your life, you've been through these things. But what other storm have taken this long? What other time that you can remember that the attacks were back to back, right? Warfare was back to back. So it's because it's bigger than we think. Again, we can only see and think what our mindsets allow us to see or think. And most of the times, if we're honest, we don't even feel. If God was to really show you everything that's coming for you, would you really, really believe that you deserve all of that? And if you really don't believe it, you won't embrace it fully. And not believing it means that sometimes it's just, again, conditioning. We don't even think we deserve that, or we think that we can't handle that because we've never had to handle it before. We're used to being comfortable because we get to choose. We get to choose what we want to deal with and when we want to deal with it. But when it's out of our control, it's not really comfortable. So you don't know what's coming and you've never had to deal with it. So it's almost like, how big is this thing, right? And so this is why we're being prepared the way we are. In this waiting process, so many of you, I know because I chat with you guys back and forth in my email, so many of you are saying that this is like a time where you've never experienced. And it's because all of the things that you've done, even when people don't know about it, all the things you've done, those were seeds that you planted, and that's not always financial. That's not always financial. I can't tell you guys how many seeds I've planted that were not financial, and these were never even my own thoughts. These were convictions, and I was obedient to it. It could be from literally pulling around and turning all the way back around and giving a certain person a word, let it be a homeless person or a single parent, right? There's so many things. I can give you a list, so we're not even getting to it. And this is over time now. Just think back over your life. How many people have you helped truly from your heart? Truly. And you felt like no one appreciates you. When that person turned their back on you, you felt like, how in the world, like I've done everything to help you in every way possible, and this is how you do me. So you have all those thoughts, and you may have gotten your little heart broken at that time, not understanding that you were actually planting seeds and didn't even realize it. So I always tell people, when you give from your heart, because when you give from your heart, you're never expecting anything. Your blessings will always come back from God. Very few times the people you bless will bless you back. Of course, that happens, but very few times when you're helping people and now you're upset because the individuals won't do the same in return. We got to understand that our blessings come back from God. God takes notes. This is especially my chosen ones, right? Because you done helped so many people and got burned how many times? All right. God took notes all throughout your life. He was watching you very closely. You're chosen. He was watching you very, very closely because he knew he would be using you for a higher purpose in due time, in due season. So he was watching you. And even though you cried and felt like you were getting taken advantage of, you cried because no one appreciated you. You cried because you couldn't find anybody to help you. Even all that stuff, all those tears was just watering your seed. And now, due season is here. So when you're frustrated with this process of why is it taking so long? Y'all know that's my biggest word. Why is it taking so long? All caps. Why is it taking so long? Why are people all of a sudden disappearing? So many of you have said that to me, that it's like you're so lonely, people have fallen off. You look around, you're by yourself. Listen, you are exactly where God wants you to be. Due season is here. You don't want anybody around you who's not supposed to be there. Truly. Because when these doors open, it's going to blow your mind. So I wanted to drop that this morning because that came to me very, very heavy, and to download that. The reason why it's taking so long, because we have to be prepared accordingly. And we don't know what that accordingly, well, we know what the accordingly is, but we don't know how big this thing is. It's bigger than what we think. You could be thinking about building this home, but then after that happens, God is going to have you to build a whole complex, a whole apartment complex for low-income families or for single parents or for the elderly. Like, it's bigger. So whatever God is showing, if he's showing you a kingdom purpose partner, kingdom spouse, it's going to be that, but you're going to be used in a more expansive way. You may have to travel the world with this person to bring light to broken marriages and to individuals who never experienced that in their lives and don't even know that a happy, wholesome kingdom marriage is possible. So we have to get out of the mindset thinking like God is just going to bless us and that's it. No, it's us and more. We are literally in the last days. And it's so funny because I was talking to somebody about this a couple of days ago. And it's like, we've been hearing that since we were children, like probably all of us, like all of our lives. It seems like we've been hearing like, we're in the last days. We're in the last days. Right? So you kind of almost got, it became cliche. So it's almost like, whatever. But if you're tapped in, listen, things ain't the same. I don't know what God is doing, but things ain't the same. We are living in some last days. So with that being said, we got to get up out of this mindset where we're thinking it's just about us. God's going to bless me. God is going to bless me. Yes, he's going to bless you, honey, but he's going to bless you in order to bless others. Those of you who are waiting on financial blessings, it ain't going to just be money for you. It's just, well, I'll be darned. I missed I forgot that it was recycle day. I forgot to put my recycle out. But sorry. Those of you who are waiting on financial blessings, you're just thinking like, oh, yeah, God is about to, drop all his money in my account and I'm going to be set for life. Yeah, you're going to be set for life. But guess what? All that money ain't yours. It ain't your money to begin with. Listen, things about to get real. So when you realize that certain people can't even go into the grocery store because they don't have and they can't, like, God is going to use you when food starts to just disappear, and God is going to have you having that money so you can be purchasing farms and indoor. Someone told me you can grow things indoors. I've been researching that. I gotta research a little more on that. But the point of the matter is you're the chosen one. So a lot of people is not even tapped in to even realize that we are coming into some times that if you're not prepared, you're going to be messed up. So it's almost like you think like, oh, I'm just going to make sure me, my peoples, and my family is good. Nah, that ain't how it's going to be. That's how our mind thinks. God is going to give you abundance so you can be a blessing to every single person around you, your friends, your families, your peoples. However, that ain't it. It's going to be more. So if you're being very foolish with your money right now, you may be getting convicted because things are going to shift and turn. And if we are not prepared, the chosen ones, to be able to take care and use our wisdom and our convictions to do what God is telling us to do so we can help the people that he instructs us to help, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss it. So I say all that to say, again, it's bigger than what you think. This is why it's taking so long. This is why it's so difficult, because he's preparing you for more. And that weight is heavy. If you think this weight is heavy, right? Not waiting as in time waiting, but like the heaviness. If you think this weight is heavy, You just wait until these doors open. And if we have not been stretched, if our patience have not been, that's for me. If our patience has not been, like we're not going to be able to sustain it. We can attain it, but we won't be able to sustain it, so it will not last. So just listen. It's close. It's close. If you're tapped in, you know it's close. So just keep holding on just a little bit longer. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.